Hello and welcome back to another episode of RC Icons. More cars. This is the last one for a while, I promise. I had to break it up. I had to put some running videos in between these last couple of Wednesday videos just because it's too much. I think it's too much. I apologize. And everybody keeps saying, stop saying you're sorry. I can't help it. So I've got, what do I have today? Oh man, it's hard to keep track. I've got two new unbox kits, and I think, I don't know, six cars to show you. One of the cars is it's kind of in pieces, but I'll show it to you anyways. So this is what happens when I go on vacation. I spend too much time on eBay and I end up buying a bunch of stuff. So in the last unboxing video, I showed you the Chimo Luminous new unbox kit, and it was my intention to build that kit. The kit box itself is like brand new, like brand spanking new. The artwork is absolutely perfect. Not a stain, not a nick, not a mark on that box. I haven't seen a Luminous for sale, in all honesty, I don't think ever. And I came across that kit and I bought it immediately. It was a good price too, and I bought it immediately. And then this showed up in eBay Germany. The Chimo Luminous. So this car is real dirty and it's in a bit of a state, but I think I can restore this car to almost mint condition. I actually have a new original shell for it. The decals, MCI does decals. This is the original shell here, but it's pretty battered, and the decals have some wrinkles in it. It does have one shock that is a little bit messed up. I need to take a look at it and see if it's the shock shaft that's missing. It might be missing a shock shaft, but I have a bunch of spare parts for Nichimos, so I may be able to pull this off. It's completely original. It's got the driver figure. Everything is pretty much there. It's a complete car. Short of super pin spike. No, it's got the original tires on it too. So yeah, so that's the first one. And then the second one would be the Thunder Tiger. So this is a four-wheel drive car. I'm not sure if Thunder Tiger models, so this is supposed to be the same, I believe, as the Royal Ripper, but this is a four-wheel drive car. I believe it's ball diff front and rear. It may be gear diff. I'm not really sure. This car's been completely restored. It's monoshock front and rear. There's a monoshock underneath here and there's one in the front. I bought this car. It was completely restored from a Tamiya Club member. It's absolutely mint. The bottom of it's like it's never been run. So this is another one of those rear steer cars, right? Four-wheel drive, 3 diffs, with rear steer. So the XC Pegasus, the Nichimo Pegasus, the RCL Incident, it's just another one of those 4-wheel steer cars from that era. And it's in absolutely mint condition. I didn't get a box or a manual with it. This is all I got, but it's enough. I mean, in all honesty, if you look at that thing, it's like, it's unreal. It's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I was excited to get it. It's got the original wheels. It's running oval block tires, Tamiya oval block tires on it. But that's all right. The third car, so in my new in-box collection video, you saw I had a Ferrari Testarossa Super Scale or Scale Car Series new in-box kit. Well, Ari did a video on RC Retro a few weeks ago featuring his Tamiya F40 build that he did. And in that video, he showed his Scale Car Series F40 Kyosho that he had bought. He didn't want to run the Tamiya. So he bought the Kyosho so that he could have an F40 running video. And in that video, he had put it out to the viewers, which I'm a subscriber. I watch all of Ari's stuff. He's got great content. But he had put it out to the viewers if anybody had any of the Scale Car Series cars, whether they're in kit form or whether they were built, and if we wanted him to showcase them on his channel, to let him know. So I messaged Ari and said, I've got 6 of those cars, all new in box. If you want to build one, let me know which one you want. I'll send it to you and you can build it on the show and you can even run it. So I told him that the F40 that I had was out because it's the Optima, it's the 4-wheel drive Optima version and Optima mid version, and I want to build that one. And the Countach was out because I want to build that one. So he chose from the Porsche Flatnose, the Jaguar XJ220, I think it's called, the Ferrari Testarossa, or the Lamborghini Diablo. So I have 6 of the kits, and he had a choice of those 4. And so there was like 2 of the cars, the Lamborghini Diablo and the Jaguar are on like what do you call it? It's like a concept chassis that Kyosho did. They actually have interiors for those cars as well. Epic kits, absolutely epic kits. So long story short, the Testarossa that I had, because the Testarossa came, I believe the Testarossa may have also come 4-wheel drive on the Optima mid chassis, but it was on the Optima Pro or the Optima 2 chassis. I think it's the Pro chassis. He chose the Testarossa. So I sent it off, and I got to thinking about it after I sent it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let him have it. You know, I'm going to surprise him. Let him know that it won't be coming back. So he did his first video on it where he showed the kit and he talked about, you know, me sending it to him to build. Well, I gave him that car. I sent him a message afterwards telling him it's not coming home. It's now your car. Enjoy it. So Ari got that Testarossa, but it left me with a hole in my car collection because I bought that because I wanted all of the supercars from the Scale Car Series. So it left me with a hole. So I filled the hole. So this is the Ferrari Testarossa Scale Car Series car on the Optima Pro chassis. So it's in great shape. It's done great. Like whoever did it did an awesome job building it. There's a couple of the pinstripe detail lines that need to be cleaned up a little bit, and there's a couple of decals that just keep kind of lifting off. But all in all, the car's in great shape. I'm very happy with it. So Ari, enjoy yours and enjoy the build. Now that I've got mine, it is what it is. I'm just glad that it went to you. Keep doing a good job. So also in that new in-box collection video, you saw a Subaru Brat new in-box kit. Now that came from Taiwan Kenny, and my intention when I bought that kit was to build it, and then I got the kit and the box is mint. The kit inside has great presentation. So I was like, well, I'm either going to have to find another one to build because I didn't want to cut that one open, it's in such nice shape, or find an original Brat to finish. So this original Subaru Brat came out of Greece. The guy did run it. The steering arms got broken in shipping, so don't pay any attention to the wheels. And I'll bring the camera over, but the chassis is absolutely mint. He never ran it with the original body on it, so the original body has absolutely no time on it whatsoever, nor does the driver. I got the original box. It's in great shape. The original decals, manual, the whole 9 yards. So that fills my Subaru Brat collection requirements. I've got the new one box, and now I've got one to finish for the cabinet. And I'm looking forward to it. Although most people who do the Brat end up walking away hating the body work, but I enjoy the details and the detail parts. So that's why there's a Subaru Brat. This is one that you don't see very often. This just came in, so I've got a ton of Kyosho cars, but one of the Optima family cars that I didn't have yet was a Salute. So they made this Salute in 2 different colors, I believe red and blue. And I really wanted to add one to the collection, but I've never really seen one for sale. And this one came up, so I bought it. There's actually another one that finishes tomorrow on eBay. You guys don't see these videos in real time, but it's August 31st is today. So tomorrow, September 1st, there's one finishing. I think it's at $105 right now. It's absolutely steal. But I got this one. It's in decent shape. It could use, you know, maybe a bumper, maybe a new chassis plate, although it's not terrible. And the car doesn't need to be mint for me. All 4 tires are flat spotted. So it's going to need a set of tires, but whatever, that's fine. Everything else on it looks to be correct, period correct. It's got radio gear in it. It's got a servo in it. So, I mean, it's pretty much ready to go. It's got a, what is it? I think it's a Novak AT5, maybe? Oh, it's an Atcoms AT5 speed control. Speed control? Yeah, speed control. Yep. So yeah, it came with some radio gear and whatever. But so that will get a restore. I'm thinking I'm going to do the blue and white version. So what else do we have? I'm going to have to turn my chair a little bit. Oh, I got a Laser ZX. So you saw my ZXR in a couple of unboxing videos earlier. So this came up on eBay as well. And it's done in the box art. And the guy took it apart, so it's kind of hard to show you. I'll bring the camera over and show you, but it's just a great survivor. The original ZX came with the manual, the box. It's in decent shape, not terrible. So it's going to get completely restored, and it's going to go on the shelf with the rest of my lasers. And I am extremely excited about it. So I did another deal with Jason at True Vintage. And part of that deal, so the deal I did with him was for, it's the rarest, so in my title, and it's not clickbaiting, I did a deal on a new in-box kit, and it's the rarest, most valuable new in-box kit in my collection. It absolutely is, no question. But part of that deal, he sweetened the deal by giving me a couple of extra cars, which was extremely nice of him. He didn't have to do that. I was fine with the deal without the extra cars, but he threw them in there anyway. So, and you're going to see that car in a second. The first one is Shipla. Is the manufacturer, if I'm pronouncing it right, Shipla Monster. And if you guys are like me, you've never heard of this car before. But this is a 2-wheel drive. This is a proper, I would consider it a race buggy, to be honest. I mean, it looks like kind of like a Hornet shell, but it's got an aluminum and plastic chassis, 2-wheel drive. It feels real capable, to be completely honest. And it's brand new. I mean, it has like, it's got like no wear on it at all. And it came with a Magnum Junior radio. It's got the original wheels and tires, and they're absolutely brand new. Never run. So when I bring the camera over, we'll take a better look at it. But yeah, it's called the Shipla Monster. So just another rare, I don't know that it's valuable, but it's obviously a rare car. And then he sent me a new in-box Terror Conqueror. Now, if you've watched my videos, I've got an original Terror Conqueror right here that's absolutely mint, never been run. I've also got a new in-box kit Terror Conqueror as part of my DFO1 collection. It's got the Dynatech motor, everything about it is right, and it's in beautiful shape. I've got another built Terror Conqueror in my storage closet, and that one's going to become a giveaway car at some point. And that's been pegged as a giveaway car for Endless. So what am I doing with this one? So this kit, and I'll bring the camera over like I said, everything is here to build the car. It's missing the Dynatech motor. And then Jason threw in a set of the square spike tires, not the real Spire spike tires that came with it. And he threw in white star dish wheels. So the orange wheels, obviously at some point probably went on another Terror Conqueror or on an original Evo before the Evo was re-read. Now you can get the orange wheels and you know, anywhere. And then it obviously square spike now instead of the Spire spike. I have a bunch of the Spire spike, and I have original orange wheels, vintage ones, that I could put with this kit and build this car, mint, and sell it or give it away. But this actually is my son's favorite car. Caleb, my 11-year-old, he loves the Terror Conqueror. So this kit is going to Caleb to build, and this will be his runner. So, which is awesome. I would have given him the other one, but I didn't know at the time that he wanted one. I knew it was his favorite Tamiya car, but he never really showed interest as far as wanting one to like run and stuff. So when this one was coming in, I was like, "Hey bud, do you want that kit? Do you want to build it and run it?" And he's like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm serious." And he's like, "Yeah." And he was really excited about it. So yeah, this one's going to Caleb, and he's gonna build it. I may show it when it's done. He does an awesome job. He built a TCO1. It's actually in the cabinet. He's got a Ford. What has he got? A 4370 kV brushless motor in it. Thing rips. But yeah, he built an entire TCO1, and I didn't tell him this, but I was following his build, and I like after he would go to bed, I'd go over and check on it and stuff. He got the shimming right and the diffs. He did an absolutely phenomenal job assembling the car, and I couldn't be happier with him. So, are you ready? Are you ready to see the most valuable, rarest kit I own, new in box? I'm serious now. Out of all the cars and kits that you've seen on this channel, this is the rarest and the most valuable kit that I own. If you watch Jason's stuff on True Vintage, and if you aren't, you should be. But if you do watch Jason and you're subscribed to Jason, you've heard me say many times that he has cars on his channel that you just will not see anywhere else. And I'm not kidding. You will see cars on his channel that you will not see anywhere else on YouTube. So Jason just did a video last week on the AYK Boost, and he showed a new in-box kit, and he showed a new built, never run car that he had taken apart and reassembled in that video. AYK Boost new in-box kit, courtesy of True Vintage RC. Jason, thank you very much for making this deal happen. This deal has been in the making for months. Jason wanted to keep the kit to finish the video that he was doing on the Boost, and I was fine with waiting. So this kit is the first one. So how do I explain how rare this is? I may be wrong. Let's just start there. I may be wrong in what I'm about to say. But from what I've been able to surmise, this kit is the only kit that has been sold in 15 years of an AYK Boost. Jason got it a year and a half ago, and the person that had it before him had gotten it 10 years prior. There's no record of any other AYK new in box kit boost being sold on any selling group, eBay, anywhere in over a decade. I asked Jason realistically how many he thought there was left in the world, and he thinks somewhere between 3 to 10 at most. You don't see him anywhere on Tamiya Club. Any of the elite collectors around the world, if they're showing pictures or what have you of their collections, you just do not see this car. And we've got one new in box, courtesy of him. And thank you, Jason. Now, obviously, I paid for it. He didn't donate it or anything. And this kit's a lot of money. It's no joke. I'm going to bring the camera over and I'll show you the kit, but if you really want an in-depth look at the kit, by all means check out Jason's channel. He just did a build video of this car. It's absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. So yeah, this is like absolutely insane to have this in my hands. And I was freaking out the whole time it was being shipped over. So let me bring the camera over so I can show you these cars real quick, and we'll go from there. All right. So we'll start with the Testarossa just because it's the first one in front of me. So these super scale cars are exactly that. They're super scale. So it's got windshield wipers. It comes with all the pinstriping and everything for the body lines. The ABS. These are ABS inserts that mount in from the back with 3 screws. They're not part of the body. That would have been a nightmare for them to mold. The rear vent is ABS as well. So when you take the body off of this car, and it's got a unique kind of pin system in the back here. Sorry, my air conditioner just turned on. So I believe the front, yeah, the front clips in, almost like a new age model. And then this still has all the original equipment in it from back in the day. So this is an Ultima 2 or an Ultima Pro chassis, I can't remember. Oil shocks. Feels great. It's got the mechanical speed control. Doesn't have a steering servo in it, but it's been run, but it's been run real lightly. The diff feels absolutely awesome. And it's got the Le Mans stock 05 motor in it. Yeah, so when I gave Ari the Testarossa kit, it wasn't like I had to replace it, but I had bought in the supercars for a reason. Because they made a bunch of those cars, and I wasn't really fond of the 300Z. I wasn't really fond of the 300Z, and I wasn't fond of the Lumina. I don't really understand the Lumina. They also did a couple of other cars. They did a rally car. They did the Lancia Delta Integral on the Raider chassis, which is different. I've only seen one of them. I'm tempted to buy it. This thing is kind of a pain to get the body back on, so bear with me here. I may have to do it off camera. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it off camera. So let's put this one to the side. Try not to break it. So this is the Thunder Tiger. And it's supposed to be the same as like the Royal Ripper. So plastic chassis. I'm not sure how the diff's connected front and rear. But there's got to be... It's a 4-wheel drive car, so the motor is rear mounted. Oh, there's a drive shaft right here that runs through the car. So yeah, it's up inside. It runs in a channel from here to here. You can kind of see it right here. This has huge dog bones in it. So it looks like it was kind of a robust car. But the diffs feel great. Drive shaft's definitely connected. It's turning the front wheels. So yeah, we might take this for a light run. It's got a Mitsubishi. Actually, it's not even labeled, the motor. Oh, there's markings on it. What's it got in there? Just says made in China. Just says made in China. So yeah, just something different, but you can see the steering mechanism right here for the rear steer. Right, so, and it's got a, you know, the steering rod connects up. Now I see the drive shaft. The steering rod connects up right here. And then there's your front one. So obviously your servo went in here along with another one, probably for a mechanical speed control for that Euro. So yeah, just a cool car to have, right? Just different. So loving the fact that I was able to pick that up and it doesn't need anything in its hole. So enter the Nichimo Luminous. So when I did the unboxing of the new kit, I was talking about how it had the spiked super pin spike tires. It looked like the Avanti tires. So those are the original tires, original wheels, original body shell. You can see how dirty the car is, and I saw that in the pictures. But it's just one of those cars. It's all there, right? Mechanical speed control is there. It still has the steering servo in it. The tires are not flat spotted. And then when you look at the underneath of it, it's in great shape. You know what I mean? So it's like the car is all there. And it's got a great, the drive shafts in these things are absolutely awesome. The way that they literally have like teeth and cog. The way that they attach. And now I've got the kit, I've got the manual for it so I can break it apart. So like I said, this shock here you can see is definitely messed up, but I have a bunch of shock parts, extra shock parts from one of my Exceeds. So I'm hoping that I can put that shock back together. That's really the only sticking piece. And then TBG does a body and wing for it, although I have got an original body. So Jason sent this along with the boost. It was actually in the Terra Conqueror box. This is an original Luminous body. Now it's dirty, but it's never been cut out, and it's obviously never been painted. Super thin Lexan. So, and the fact that it's white will hide a lot of the roughness in the body. And I may even make it go matte white, right? And that'll make it even better. So we have an original body. It's just a matter of getting a wing and decals. And I'm obviously not going to hold out for original stuff, because I know Martin in Quebec's been trying to find it for years and still hasn't found it. But we do have an original body to work with. We'll get some MCI decals. We'll get a TBG wing for it, and we'll get that car done. And that'll keep me from having to build that absolutely mint beautiful kit. So the Salute on the Optima chassis. Things in good shape. It's clean. You know, it's exactly what it should be for the year. Couple light scratches in the chassis, but nothing terrible, right? So even if I didn't get a new chassis plate for it, it would be fine just like that. The bumper's got like 2 tiny little scuffs in it. It's in great shape. It feels great. So yeah, this will get completely taken apart and rebuilt. Maybe run it with some modern electronics, and we can run it with this body. This body, I can't tell if it's a repo body. It does feel a little bit thicker than what the normal bodies were, but I'm not sure how thin Kyosho's polycarbonate was back then. I could probably tear into my Optima kit and find out. So all 4 tires are flat spotted. I got into a conversation actually today in the comment section. So today was my second incident. My PB kits, it was that video went out today, and someone was commenting. He's like, all those cars and they're all sitting on their wheels. Aren't you worried about flat spots? I'll be honest. I've never had a car flat spot from being on its wheels, like ever. I don't know if it's the conditions that the cars are in, but I don't like to lift my cars. I like my cars to sit on their wheels. I've never suffered from flat spots on any of my cars. Now, you can blow up the comment section if you want. I am absolutely not taking anything away from people who put their cars up and off their wheels. Like, I get it. You love your car and you want to protect it. It's just something that I've never run into. That's all I'm trying to get across. I've never had tires flat spot from sitting on the tires. Now, my room is climate controlled and I do not let the sun through the windows. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. But I don't worry about flat spots, and that's why. It's just I don't have cars suffering from it, so I don't even pay attention to it. In my mind, if the car's sitting up and the suspension is under the car its own weight and it's just hanging there, I would think that it would probably be more damaging on the shocks. But everybody's different and everybody's hobby is their own, right? So do what works for you. I'm just saying that I don't suffer from flat spots. When I see flat spots, it's from a car that's coming in like this. Is that from sitting on its tires? I have no idea. I didn't own the car before, but I can tell you that the cars that I have, the tires are not flat spotted, and I've never dealt with cars that like went flat in my possession. So this is my original Subaru Brat. So the battery tray is a little bit scuffed. The chassis has got a couple of scuffs, but I've got a brand new chassis, original chassis. You can see the steering arms broke in transit, but whatever, it is what it is. So we'll restore this chassis. We'll take it apart, clean it up. You can see the original mechanical speed control sitting inside. But to have this original body that's never been run with the original wheels and tires that have never been run, I'm absolutely stoked. I couldn't be happier with the deal. And I've got the original decals, and I've got the original manual, the original driver figure. So yeah, I'm excited. And then the next one, sorry, I should probably wait to put body clips back in. So I might need to make some room here. So let me ditch some cars. This one I can't really move yet because I got to get the body back on. But I think I have enough space. So the first one I'll show you. This is the Terra Conqueror kit for Caleb. So the box is in absolutely mint condition. Looks great. So you've got your original manual. Brand new, right? Indicative of a new in-box kit. You've got your chassis, your white wheels instead of your orange ones, your square spike tires, which I'm fine with, Jason, thank you. And then this was one of those kits that the body came stapled onto an insert, like the Dynablaster did, with the decals underneath. And the wing is in there as well. So that's your body kit for it. And then this is the rest of your kit. So you can see the motor got pinched at one point. Somebody took the Dynatech motor out. But everything else, all the bearings, everything else is still there. Completely ball raced. And then here's all your parts bags. Right, your shocks, shock oil, your ball diffs. Again, your shocks, your red knuckles, front steering arms, I mean, and then all your parts trees. So Caleb was pressuring me to get this video done because he's ready to tear into this car. And I don't blame him. I mean, 11 years old, he gets to build an original, obviously, because it's never been reread, but, a vintage Terra Conqueror. And when that's your favorite car, he is psyched. He is so excited to get started. And then be able to run it. and it's his, like do what you want with it, he's over the moon. So yeah, I've got to get this video done because he's ready to go. He's got a table in my studio where he can work on stuff if he wants to. I try to share my space with the boys. I want them. You know, they're into RC, but they have X Maxes, and they have. We've got a 6S Creighton, a 6S X Max, one of the first ones. We have a Losi LMT, which is the son of a digger. So we do modern day bash, and we go crawling. We all have crawlers. Me and both of my boys. They're more into the newer age stuff, which is fine. But Caleb ventures into the vintage stuff here and there when he sees a cool car, and they're always up here seeing what I'm building. They love it. They just hate the fact that can't necessarily run it, right? So the Monster by Ishipla. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I want to know in the comments if you've ever heard of this car. I had never heard of this car. Glenn has never heard of this car. I don't know how many cars this Shipla did, but it looks to be a great little car. So these are the wheels and tires, and it's got a Shipla RC Jaikin number 2001. I don't know what that means. This one says number 2002, the front wheels. A Shipla RC Jinkin. I don't know. Came with a Magnum Sport, so that's cool. And then this is the car. And it does have a manual. So that it says a Shipla Japan. So there's the bottom of the car, and you can see it's absolutely mint. It's like brand new. It's got like a rear chassis, almost like the AYK Bobcat, and it's got your I forget what they call these arms. It does have oil shocks, dog bones. It looks like it's definitely a gear diff, and it feels cool. This is obviously the original body that was painted in yellow, but it does look exactly like a Hornet or even a Grasshopper. You know, it's got that fender, those fenders, and that look. It is the original body, and then it's sporting a mechanical speed control, right? And it's got the steering servo in it. Now it does have front bushes, so I don't know that it's ball raced at all. But at some point we'll get this car on the channel and we'll take it apart and just do a cleanup on it, because it's obviously brand new. It's not going to need much. I may toy with the notion of stripping the body. I'll leave the decals on it, but I may strip the body because the body definitely has some chipping paint in the corners. So it might not be the correct paint, and it might just come right off, which would be cool as hell, because then we could actually paint it the box art red and blue. I'd like to get it painted with the red and blue. The wheels are yellow, and they're the correct wheels, but the box shows them in white. So I'd love to get this on the car. And I'll have to look. Maybe maybe MCI does decals for it. I don't know, but I'll try to strip the car and not lose the decals. It may be some work, but we'll have to see. It's just cool, right? I love vintage RC, and I love when I find a car that I've never heard of before. And I think you guys feel the same way when I show a car, at least in the comments. When I show a car and you guys are like, "Oh, I've never seen that before. That's cool." Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like being a kid again, walking into the hobby shop and seeing a car on the counter that you've never seen before. It's just a whole new world of learning, right? And as adults, we like to learn more than when we were kids. As kids, we knew everything. I think one of those body clips went flying. I'm not sure where. There it is. I was gonna say, I'm not sure where it went. I don't want to have to use a Tamiya body clip on the Shipla Monster. Although these are nice and thin, and they would probably work on my Ford Ranger. My Ranger, I don't know what it is with the body posts on that truck, but it doesn't like to take normal body pins. It's like they're almost too thick for it, and you're in jeopardy of scratching the bed on the top. It scares me. So the Laser ZX, this is the first laser that ever came out, and it's already box art. How cool is that? It's in great shape. This car was driven too. It's not like it's a, you know, it's basically just a survivor car. So there's some white overspray in the blue. I don't know if he did that intentional or not, the guy whose car it was. Looks like he may have raced this. He definitely, it's the original body. It's got Velcro on it. It's all set to go. So it's obviously, you know, this was post-mid, but these are mids. It's the exact same setup. Like, this is exactly like the mids. And I'm sure the diff is the same. They just stopped using mid as the name. And it might be a little bit shorter wheelbase. But he disassembled the car. When he sold the car, it was all assembled. So there's your gold shocks, your wing stay, your rear suspension stay. And it's all aluminum. And then these are the rest of your parts. Your motor cover, your battery straps. It looks like there's an extra diff in there. Yeah, there's an extra diff in there. So there's some extra parts. Came with the wings, like a two-piece wing. So there's like a top and bottom to it. That's actually stock. You can see it in the picture. And then... So yeah, I'm going to build the ZXR from new in box, but this was one that I just happened to come across and said, yeah, I'll take that. It's got the original wheels and tires on the Bridgestones, which have a little bit of wear, not too bad, and then it's got some hot laps on these other wheels. I'm not sure what kind of wheels these ones are. I don't know if they're Kyosho or not, but they're 12mm hex with brand new hot laps tires. So that's a score. And then it's got the original build manual in there as well. So yeah, we'll have the Laser ZX, we'll have the Laser ZXR, we'll have the ZX5, we'll have the Laser 2001, I think it is, or 2000. And I think that's it for the lasers. But yeah, pretty cool. And then last, certainly not least, the most expensive, rarest new in box kit I own. AYK Boost. This thing deserves its own video, and it will get its own video at some point. So if you watch Jason's Boost video, you'll see this kit along with a new built never run car, which I am hoping to get at some point, so that I don't need to build this. But this has all the brand new parts, obviously, because it's a new in-box kit. And like I said, this is the only known kit, I'm going to say, to exist. If anyone knows of another one, I'd love to see pictures of it. Because I don't know that another one does exist, to be completely honest. So these are your G parts with your bearings. I'll say it again. So this is chain drive, ball diffs. If you haven't seen Jason's video on this car, you need to absolutely go over to his channel and check it out. Chassis plates. You need to go to his channel and check it out, because you get to see this car getting built. And you're not going to see this car getting built on this channel, at least not right away. No, I wouldn't build this car, honestly, unless I absolutely knew I couldn't get my hands on another one. That's the only way I would build this kit, because I honestly think it's probably one of maybe 3 left in the world. Perfect. AYK driver figure. There's your front and rear wheels. There's your original body. He goes over the different cut lines and the different lines in the body in his video. And then you've got your boost manual, decal sheet, original wing. And then this is what I think is the coolest part. Get your dampers, your motor plate cover. So these are your original Boost tires. And he shows us in his video. Look at the tread pattern on those tires. Never seen anything like it. It's like a pyramid. It's like a squared pyramid, front and rear. Super, super rare. And they called them the High Sport TC33s by AYK. So yeah, this is the pinnacle of my collection right here. I mean, I've got #1 Porsches, green and black. I've got RCL incidents. I've got PB new in box kits, and nothing even comes close to how rare this car is. It's that rare to be new in box. You just don't see Boosts for sale. And if you do, they're usually battered. And then never mind finding a Boost that's in good shape, which is next to impossible. But to find a new in box kit. Now, obviously, I didn't find this. Jason had it. And I didn't ask him to sell it to me. He offered it to me because he knows that I'm very serious about my collection and that I would give it a good home. And I think that's why he offered me the PB kits as well. I offered to take the incident kits off of him, but I also told him that I would never ask to buy any of his cars or if he would sell any of his cars, because I know what that's like when people come to you after you've spent 15 years trying to find a car. Someone will come up to you and say, hey, do you want to sell that? And it's like, I just spent 15 years trying to find it, you know? So I told him I would never ask him to sell anything that he has. But if there's ever anything that he wants to get rid of, absolutely give me a call, because I would love to have the opportunity to buy some of the cars that he has that are just uber rare. I'm not going to find them anywhere else. So that's going to be my only opportunity. So he contacted me about the PB kits. Said, hey, are you interested in these 2 PB kits? I said, absolutely. Deal done. And then he contacted me about, I told him, I said, listen, I'm not going to ask you if I can buy that Boost kit, but if you ever want to get rid of it, let me know. And he said he needed to finish his videos first, that he doesn't usually keep new in box kits. He's more into having working models. And I said, name your price. You've always been fair with me, and I'll pay it. And he did, and I did. So it's here. Let me get you back in the front for a closing view, and we'll wrap this video up. So yeah, another epic week at RC Icons. I can't thank sellers around the world enough for people to just come out with some of these uber rare cars like the Luminous and the Thunder Tiger here, and just decide that they've owned it long enough and it's time to move on. It gives me an opportunity to add to my collection. So I honestly, some of these cars, it just blows my mind that you don't see a Luminous. I haven't seen a Luminous for sale in years, and then literally in a matter of 5 weeks, I find a new in box and a working model. So yeah, just stoked, super happy about that. Super happy that I was able to bless Ari and give him that Testarossa kit. Honestly, I love sharing the RC hobby and love by giving away cars. So for him to get that kit and be able to build it and know now that it's his and he can paint it whatever color he wants, run it if he wants, it really does. It makes me feel good. So Ari, enjoy that car. I'm glad I was able to get a very nice replacement model for it with the manual and box, and the box is absolutely beautiful. Jason at True Vintage. Jason, we talk all the time, just about every day. Thank you again, from the bottom of my heart, for allowing me to take this off your hands. Now, I completely understand how rare this is, and that it's not an easy decision to make when you let a kit like this go out of your collection to somebody else, and I feel privileged to be able to own it. I thank you for taking care of me on the price. Obviously, this isn't a very valuable and expensive kit, but you were extremely fair, and I can't thank you enough for the extra cars that you sent. The Ishipla Monster is just another one of those rare cars that, you know, may not be valuable. I have no clue. You know, it may not be valuable, but it's just a cool car to add to the collection, right? It's just it's another manufacturer, and it's just a car from the 80s that, you know, we may not have heard about, but could have been the coolest car ever. You know, we just don't know. So it's just cool to be able to have that car in the collection now. I mean, again, with the box and manual, it's just next level. And thank you, Jason, for sending the Terror Conqueror kit. You made my son's year. So Caleb is super excited. He's going to start that build tomorrow. And as far as RC Icons goes, we are in the midst of starting the Triple Falcon giveaway. So we've got 3 Falcons to restore, 3 bodies to do, and then we're going to give those 3 Falcons away to make room for some of these other models. I'm glad I was able to get those 2 out of the cabinets because I needed the room. And my cabinets are literally full. I don't have, what do I have left for cars coming in? I've got a Bush Devil coming in that's built, that's in great shape, but I don't think I have a whole lot other than that that's coming in. I've got a couple more Taiwan Kenny deliveries coming, but nothing in the immediate future. So hopefully you've been seeing a couple of running videos before you see this unboxing. Those videos are being made as I speak, but I'm going to try to shuffle them up into the Wednesday spots, just because I know there's still 2 or 3 unboxing videos, including this one, that need to go out on Wednesdays. But I don't want to keep running unboxing videos one after another. It's been 2 months, so I want to get some running videos. So you may not see this video in real time. Like I said, it's August 31st. You might not see this video. It may be beginning of October before you see it, which is fine. There's no rush to get it out on YouTube. And I really want to get those running videos done before heavy fall comes. So if you're not already liked and subscribed, like and subscribe so you can be part of the Triple Falcon giveaway. And let me know in the comments what you think of these cars. What do you think of the Boost? Like, this is on Glenn's top 5 cars to have in his collection. When he put that video out, I knew what the Boost was, but I didn't realize how rare it was. And it's a rare car. Like, absolutely. You're lucky if you see one in your lifetime come up for sale. People that have them, hold on to them. So yeah, just super stoked to be able to have one and share this kit with you guys. And then hopefully sometime in the future we'll have a built one to show you as well. And then other than that, you'll get to see, you know, a couple of these other cars get finished and restored. Not that I don't have a ton to do already. Enough content for probably, I don't even know, 10 years or so. So like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We've got a lot going on. Let me know in the comments what you think of the cars. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks.